Hi, everyone. It's Maggie, and I'm going to do a little crafting, hopefully. But first of all, I wanted to just mention a couple of things. Um, I don't know how often I'll be able to do videos, and I'd like to try to go live again, but I'm not sure how that will work out, and I'll tell you why. I don't usually except tell close friends what goes on with me, whether it's physically or emotionally or whatever. But anyways, I'm going through something that I decided I was going to let you know, only because um, if I can help somebody avoid what I'm going through right now, then it's worth it to put myself out there. So anyway, for a couple of weeks now, I've been dealing with double vision. And when I say double vision, I mean, if you cross your eyes, that's what my vision is all the time, except um, if I wear my glasses with a patch over. And I have no problem showing you. This is the patch, and it goes over my right eye. And if I wear my glasses, then I can see single vision. It's not as good as my normal vision, but at least I'm not seeing double. But if I take them off, then I see double and everything around me is distorted. And the reason I'm telling you is because it has to do with blood pressure and hypertension. When it happened a couple weeks ago, I think it might have been gradual, but you don't really realize it until you open your eyes and everything around you is double. So I went to the hospital and they did some tests. They did some blood work, and that came back okay. And then they did a CAT scan because they wanted to, of my head, they wanted to make sure that there weren't some underlying things going on, like stroke, MS. I don't even remember what else. I was like kind of in shock when the doctor was telling me what they were looking for. Well, the CAT scan came back normal, and he came back in and told me, and he said, but before we send you home, we want to do an MRI. The neurologist thinks that we should do an MRI to eliminate, some other bad things. So I said, okay. So they did an MRI, and that came back normal. So he said, you can go home, but I want you to see an ophthalmologist because there are reasons that you're having the double vision that an ophthalmologist could explain why. And so I got an appointment as soon as I could. And a few days later, after the weekend, I went to see the ophthalmologist, and he did some testing on my eyes. And he told me that behind my right eye, you have blood vessels, and the blood goes through the vessels, and however it works, that's what helps your vision. Well, one of the blood vessels in my right eye is constricted. The blood is not getting through properly. And so that's what's causing my double vision. And that is caused by high blood pressure, hypertension. And I had no idea that, this could even happen. So this is why I'm even coming out here with this, is that anybody, that ends up watching and has high blood pressure, even though I'm on, medication, obviously there are times when my blood pressure was probably higher than I realized. So I just want everyone to be aware that you need to test it regularly. And, if it gets too high, then, you need to make sure that you're on the right medications and that, that your doctor knows. So tomorrow I go to my primary care and see what he wants to do as far as my blood pressure medicines go. So anyway, and the last thing I'll say about it is that the ophthalmologist told me that it could last anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, and he's hoping that it will resolve itself. And if it doesn't, then I'm looking at eye surgery. So I'm just hoping that it resolves it. So I'm making a few life changes to try to lower it naturally and also, continue with my medications. So that's it. That's all I want to say about that. And so now I'm going to do a little bit of crafting and see how it goes because I can't read, and this is why I'm not doing a live chat. I don't know if I'd be able to read the chat with my glasses on, and it's really strange. If I take my glasses off and I can focus on something really close, like this picture, and just focus on this, then I only see I can see my single vision. But if it's if it's too far away, then it goes double. But anyway, so I have to be when I'm crafting, I have to take my glasses on and off because there are certain things that like close up that I can't do with my glasses on, if that makes any sense, and it probably doesn't. But anyways, if you see them coming on and off, you'll know why. So I'm working on, this is one of Patty Lang's foundation journals with the soft cover that I got, and I'm altering it. She made the journal part for me, and now I am altering it, and I'm going kind of page by page. I haven't gotten much done in it because I haven't done a lot of crafting. Um, it's kind of a hard time right now, and I'm trying to, do normal things and and be in the right mindset, but it has been a little challenging for me, and I'm not even in frame, am I? So, all right, let me get to what I want to do here. Okay, and I got to move that over so you can see and move it down. So I want to put this piece of crochet along this here, and I'm going to just kind of, I don't want to have a whole huge amount of it, so I'm going to just cut it at one spot because it's not easy, and I think I can do it this way maybe a little better. So if I get thumbs down on this, I'll totally understand because I'm probably going to be out of frame at odd angles. And it, like I said, this is really a test to see if I can even do videos until my vision is resolved. So I'm going to keep going for a while. So I'm just going to add this little crocheted trim here. Just for a little added interest. And I don't want that to be glued down, so I guess I got to be a little careful with where I put the glue. So, and Laurel sent me this bottle, and this is the only way that I will use Fabri-Tac. and it does work, because trying to use Fabri-Tac right out of its bottle just doesn't work for me. It just clogs up, it bubbles up. But this bottle here, it hasn't done it once, and I've been using it for a while now. So let me finish. Actually, I can just do it in one swoop here. And then I can put the little top back on. So that's it there. I like how that looks, just to give it a little added interest. And I'll show you a little bit of what I've started to do with the book. I did the cover. This inside part here is what the soft cover is made of on the other side. But now on this book, Patty had already put this on and this here. So the only thing I added to the front and back cover was this piece of Chinese silk. And I found this in an antique store, and it was just a remnant, a little piece. I have a little bit more, so I'm gonna kind of hoard it. But I thought it went perfectly. And then I just went around the edges to finish it off with this little trim here, the pink trim. And I'm not sure if the colors are coming out. Let's see. I just love that trim. So, and I love what Patty, she put the box pleated trim, then she put this trim, and then this applique trim here, the flower applique. It's just beautiful. And then she added the seam binding to tie it off. So the first one I did of hers was completely bare, but this one she did do that, and I just love it. Okay, so you open it up, and what I did to this page, well, no, that's on the other side. I'm using a lot of Tracy Fox digitals, and from different kits, I printed out a bunch of different parts of several kits, because you can mix and match them like perfectly. And this one I want to do kind of like a flowery and maybe some like insects, animals, that type of thing. So this is one of the pockets to and of course I'm not going to remember all the different digitals. And yeah, I don't remember this one, so shame on me. And this is one of her tags, and all I did was I inked the edges, and then I'll go back maybe afterwards and do some altering on the tags too, but I wanted to get tags in certain places just so I know where I'm going with this. And then on this side, I added this trim here and made it into a little pocket. This is just a piece of, I'm using just odd pieces of cardstock, printed cardstock that I have, just scraps really, and inking the edges. And these are also parts of kits of Tracy's. I think so far I've only used ones from Tracy. And then I skipped over, and you saw I just did that. And then this, I'm not sure what paper this is. It's almost like a vellum, and it may be vellum, but I'm not positive. So I added a piece of, I think this is Prima, and I inked it. And then I added this beautiful picture here. And this is part of one of Tracy's lines too. I love these photos. And then on this side, Here's another pocket that I haven't put a tag in yet, and I did some stenciling, and here's a piece from that Prima line, Nature's Garden. That's what this line is from. And then I skipped over, and let's see, I really skipped, and I went to this piece here. Now, this was already here, but on this side, I added this piece of crochet, and then I made a pocket using that same Nature's Garden Prima. I made that into a pocket. Here's one of Tracy's tags. Like I said, the tags are going to be bare until I figure out what I want to do. Now these two, let me take this out. Here's another tag. These two pieces are what goes to the other side of this. This was all 1 6x6 page, and I don't know why, but I thought for a little interest I'd cut it. I made this part a tag, and this just sits here, and then the tag, pocket, and then the tag just goes in there. And then here's another piece of, I'll call it vellum, and I added this piece here, and then here's another pocket and another tag. I love this line. And then on this side, so far, I've just added some, I think it's German paper that I have. And what I might do is I might stamp on top of that. And let's see, I may not have done anything else to this. Let me see quick here. And I love the page. Oh yeah, I did do this. To this page, I added this piece here. And this is from, I think this is from Glitz. All my papers are at least 8 years old or older. So that's how old the paper lines are. And so I added this piece on top. Then this is just a little piece of coffee dyed paper. And then here's another image from Tracy's. I think this is her latest kit. And when I come back and do another video to do work more on this, I'll write down the kit names. And then I think that might be it. I think that's all I've done so far. So I thought what I'd do is do a little more. Okay, on this page here too, I want to add a piece of trim. So let me see what I have over here. See what will work. I kind of like that. So let me get some of this. And let's see, just roughly cut a piece. So yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of crafting, but I have done a little bit when I've been hanging out with Laurel and Michelle, Scott, and Patty Lang, who I said made this journal that I'm altering. All right, I think I like that. So let me bring this here so you can see. Yeah, how exciting is it to watch me glue something down, right? And I want to add some more like images, like still life, and I'm not sure which side is which. I can't tell. I think this is the right side. What other kind of images? People and still life, and because the last journal that I altered, I had gotten 2 journals, foundation. She calls them foundation journals. I was calling them naked journals, but I like her explanation of foundation journals better. And I'm trying to do this one very different than the first one I did. So I want to add more images to this one. The other one I did just a lot of tags and a lot of stamping and that. And I'll do some stamping in this too, but I also want to add, like on those pages that I did do the images, like this one. I didn't do this in the other book at all. I know that. So yeah, so that's what I want to do. All right, so let's see if there's any more that I want to add some now that I have the trims out. View of the trims. Actually, I could put kind of like that. I think that kind of works. All right, so let's cut a piece of this. And then if I decide, that I can do videos like this, even if I can't go live for a while, that the next one I do, I'll be doing like tags and stuff maybe. All right, and I want to cut this down a little bit. And I'll have to put something to finish it off too. It's funny when I think of just eyeballing this. Oh my gosh, who knows? I'm sure it's not going to be straight. Isn't that funny? I can barely see it, but I'm eyeballing it. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. I'm just going to have to, let's see. How am I going to finish that off, though? I'm going to have to find another trim because I can't leave it like that. All right, well, let's get this on, and then I'll grab another trim. And it's so weird using the fabric tack. What did I do with the trim? Oh, using the Fabri-Tac instead of the hot glue. I'm so used to using hot glue. I need to see which side. This is the side here. Okay. So I just want it hanging a little bit over the edge. Like that. Actually, I might use, instead of using another trim, I might use just a thin strip of paper. Let's see, we'll see how that looks. All right, let's see. I need a piece of paper. I wonder. I have some paper over here. All right, let me cut. I just have to move for a second. I'm going to cut a thin strip of this and see how this works. I have no room on my table to cut with. So okay. All right, let's see. Let's see how this is going to look. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't know if this is coming across, but this is pink, so I think this is going to work. So let's move it around again. And probably better if I put it on the paper, right? All right, let's measure this. Okay. And I'm going to cut that a little bit past that just in case. And then I can just add the glue to the paper. It won't go all over the place. Okay. And I like that the Fabri-Tac, you can move it around a little bit before you add it permanently, whereas hot glue, you really can't. All right, so I want that to look straight because I did cut that, trim a little. Yep, there, that's good. All right, let me just cut that. Make sure I don't have any glue on my scissors. And so there. So I like that. I think that looks okay. Let's see what else I can do before I decide to call it a night. It is getting late. I decided to do this really late, and then when I made the decision to do this, I just wanted to do it, to get it done. All right, I like this here. Oh, now I can tell you, those tags and these tags here and that are from Tracy's Tatty Daydream. That's what this line is called. And the other pocket that had the poppy on there, this one here, is from this line. And I did put them in separate bags so I wouldn't get them mixed up. And this line is her Splendid Nature. So let's see. I think there was another tag in here. Or maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Oh, and I made this. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but this was one of the pieces in the Tatty Daydream, and I just cut up some coffee dyed paper that I got from Patty and stitched in, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 pieces, and then there's 4 on the other side. And so I just stitched it in and I made it into a little, it's going to be a little journal that will fit into a pocket, but I'm not sure where I want it yet. So I'm leaving it in the bag for now. I want to do another image of this image here. So let's find a page for that and a piece of cardstock. Nope, I don't want it. It's too close to that. I'm trying to space everything out. That's why I'm not going like page by page. Okay, I really like that, but I want something behind it. So let me see what I have for paper. Hopefully I can find something that I like that's within reach here. One that seems to be, oh, maybe this, I'm not sure if this color will work. Nope, that's not going to work. Let me look in the Nature's Garden, because I might be able to find something that works in there. Nope, that's not right. Let's see. And I know I'm not totally in frame. This could work. Let me see. Put it to the side. Even though I know you can't see it, I'm going to show you anyway. I'll be showing you. So that could work. So let's keep that there and see if there's any other one that I think. I really love this paper. That's too busy. That's not the right colors. Okay. All right. So it's either that or look and see what other 6x6s I have sitting here I could use. So that might go. I have the almanac. Let me look at these. Oh, this might go. Let me take this off for a minute. And let's see. If I ink this. Yeah, I think that might go nice. So let me hold that there. And I opened up to that page, so I think that might work. The other papers are kind of on the dark side. The only other one that might work is this one. So let's try this one too. Let's see how this looks. I just don't know. I mean, I love the script. Okay, let me go a little further here. Take a piece of coffee dyed paper. So I think that might work a little better. All right. But let me look at this one again. Before I glue anything down. Yeah, I think the script is too busy. All right, I think I'm going to use that. And when you're doing journals, you're not supposed to have to overthink, right? So let me just cut a piece off of this. And let's see, I think I want to maybe see how this goes. I'm going to ink that up. Soften it up a little bit. Walnut stain. I know it's dark, but it's like my favorite color from Tim Holtz. I'll be sorry when that dries up because I don't think you can get the distress inks anymore, just the oxides. All right. Okay. All right. Now, before that's not going to work. So, see if I have a thinner. Oh, well, I can always cut it. All right, let's cut this. This paper does not cut well in my cutter. I have to get a new cutter, so I've got to actually cut it with scissors. This type of paper. My cutter just it like grabs onto it and then it just like tears. So let's see. Oh my gosh, I didn't cut that straight. That's for sure. See if I can get that a little better. Hopefully. Yeah, that's better. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. And there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go this on first. And I found I think it's parchment paper, and it's nice and big. Gosh, it's probably, how big is this? Let's see. There's 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. It's about 24 inches by 16 and a half inches. And I have a whole like bundle of it that I found stashed away in one of my cabinets that I had forgotten about. So now I can use it for stamping, gluing, all that good stuff. And after you finish watching, if you'd like, leave me a comment, and you can also let me know if this is going to work or not. If watching this video, you want me to keep working on this in a video, or if it's too boring or whatever, because until I hear from anybody, I'm not really sure. I'd like to keep, crafting on the videos. And what I have to do is, and I know I've mentioned it before, but for anybody that doesn't know, what I do is I stream it like it's alive, only I keep it on private. And then after I, look at it, make sure it's okay, then I put it public, because I can't use my camera anymore, my digital camera, because the SIM card. There's no place to put the SIM card to download it or upload it, however you say it, to my laptop. So my way of making videos now is through live stream, only, there's nobody here right now until I make it public. Okay, so that's not bad for just eyeballing, I guess. Now I need to decide how I want to do this. I don't like things always, not sure if it's the word is symmetrical, or, I like things kind of off, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. So like that, I like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think what I'll do first is add the image on to that paper, and then I'll add that paper to the book. Okay, so I want to put this about like right about there, I think. Yep, that's where I want it to go. Okay, and isn't that a beautiful image? I really love that image. Okay, and now I can add this. Let me get these pieces of paper out of the way. I know you can't see it, but there's things in my way. I have really little, it's only a small space that's actually within, video range. So even though I'm at a table, I don't have a lot of room because I'm trying to stay in frame so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and then I'm going to put that right about there. And then if I want to add anything to the top or bottom, I have some room to do that. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to end it here. I've been on for almost 45 minutes, and where I'm not live streaming, I don't want to go too long, because then I don't want you to lose interest if you do want to watch. So, okay, that's how far I've gotten, and I've got a long way to go. So if you'd like, leave me a comment, and let me know what you think about my doing more of the journaling on video rather than just waiting until I'm all done and then doing a flip through. So you can let me know, what you think. So I'm going to call it a night. I hope everybody has a good night. And actually, a lot of you, it's probably middle of the night. And I'll be back. Hopefully in a couple of days, I'll do another video because I do want to keep crafting. So I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.